Peanut butter toast lady lost her job. In case you missed it, there's this lady who made a video eating peanut butter toast talking about how she's making fun of people who have received SNAP benefits. And she's like, what did you spend last month's money on? Girl, food! They spent it on food. And then as she eats her store-bought bread, she definitely didn't make that bread herself based on the shape. And the peanut butter that is processed, she asks if they bought processed junk or if they stocked up on pantry staples. And I guess because she just lost her job, she's going to find out how absolutely ridiculous that statement is. She's about to know. Didn't she? Didn't you? God, I really hope she did. I really hope she's been out there creating an ingredient-only household so that she can try to make something with it for the next 2 months after not receiving her paycheck. Because, lady, get real. If you do not have the capacity to not wish your fellow neighbor to starve to death in their own home, to have kids going to school hungry, to have parents skipping meals so they can feed their kids, if that doesn't make you feel sick that it is happening in and around your neighborhood to people who voted like you, to people who didn't vote like you, people who look like you, who don't look like you, girl, bye. You're not on the team.
So the story with the food stamp toast lady is that she did have children and she was on SNAP benefits as of the New Jersey website, and then she lost custody of her children and then didn't qualify for SNAP benefits anymore. I just think if you're going to go to the internet and you're going to be that much of a fart, people are going to find out who did it and why.
Oh, you're hungry? Well, what'd you do with last month's food stamps, huh? Are you hungry? What happened to the food I gave you yesterday? Oh,
come on.
You guys got candy last year. Will you go away? I literally gave you attention last week. Yeah, that's right. You need a ride to school? What happened to the last time I gave you a ride to school, huh? You need new clothes? What happened to the clothes you grew out of? Your birthday? I wish you happy birthday last year. Oh, please, sir, I want some more. And what happened to the first bowl of soup you were given? You need a tampon? What happened to the tampon you had last time? A prescription refill? You had your monthly supply last month.
Let's cut to the chase when the peanut butter toast lady lost her job after dissing SNAP folks. People lost their minds, and the drama's all about two big questions. Do you dish out what you get, or do you have empathy even for people who messed up? Yeah. First up, the karma's going to get you crew. These people aren't just happy she lost her job. They're like, finally, she gets it. Remember how she ate that store-bought bread? Come on, she didn't bake that and talked junk about people using food stamps? Like, did you buy junk or real food? As if folks on SNAP have a ton of choices. So, for this group, her unemployment isn't sad, it's her own fault. They're like, you shamed people for struggling, now you struggle, learn your lesson. It's not about being mean, it's about don't kick people when they're down unless you want to get kicked back. Then there's the, wait, that's too far crowd. They're like, yeah, she was wrong, but come on, losing a job sucks for anyone. Yeah. They hate that people are cheering her hardship. They'll say stuff like, do we know if she has kids? Savings? She does, we don't know her whole life. They're not defending her old video. They're defending basic humanity. Their point, if we shame her for struggling, we're doing the same thing she did. Yeah. So why fight cruelty with more cruelty?
I'm not usually one of those people that come on here and say mean, hateful, disrespectful things. If I can help it, every once in a while, I'll have something to say that maybe come off a little bit a certain type of way because somebody really pushed a button, you know? And one of the things that's pushing my buttons right now and it's making me want to speak my mind just a little bit is the whole thing with the food stamps, right? You're getting mad at people that are on the side like I am that say, no, you shouldn't be buying junk food and sugary soda with your food stamps. I've been on food stamps before because I had to. I was in a place where I needed them. I didn't live off of them though. I used them for as long as, you know, I needed them for and until I found a job and started building up my life. Food stamps were made as a temporary thing for people to help you get back on your feet so that way you could eat in the meantime while you're trying to get up, you know, back on your feet. But a lot of people are like, oh, the government's going to give me this handout for free, so I'm going to use and abuse this handout. Now, all the people, in my opinion, that are coming on here saying, oh, we can't buy these sugary things anymore, you know, we should be able to have a treat too. Well, then go work for it. And even if you have a job, okay, if you still can't afford the things that you want, you work harder. You get a second job. In my opinion, you're just lazy. Because I don't want to hear, oh, I can't go buy a birthday cake for my sweet little Susie or whatever anymore. You can make a cake. If you can't make a cake, well, you're just being lazy. There's plenty of tutorials online of how you can make a cake. Box cake is really easy to make. You could buy the box, you could buy the eggs, you can buy the oil, all those things that go into making a cake. And if you want a really nice special cake that costs $300 for the cake, well, then you work for it. You save up your money like everybody else has to. I have 4 sources of income and I'm working on number 5. You're just lazy.
Okay, so this video is quite old, so you can see that it's not the first time she's made a video on food stamps, but the difference between this video and the other video people were attacking on, it's the attitude. It's not what she was saying, it was the attitude, the way she was eating. And the way she was talking, slowly talking, not the way she's talking, the way she's coming out a bit aggressive, no. She was like slowly, and she's eating. And then she's even saying, where did you take them? Like, no one would appreciate being talked to the way she did. And you've seen how much people have felt. They've shown how they felt, but are they taking it too much? I don't know, but she hasn't posted in a week, and I think maybe she's at a reflection, and probably maybe she's thinking which direction she wants to go after having maybe been bashed and humbled on the internet. Remember, the internet never forgets. If you say something online, somebody will grab it. Even if you take the video down, there could have been some people that would have recorded that video. So we should always be mindful of what we say.
You won't guess what I just found out while I was doing Bible study. So the update is that apparently the food stamps on Toast Lady lost her job. And some people have said, well, how is she gonna pay her rent now? And my question is, what did you do with October's rent? What did you do with October's employment? What'd you do? What did you do with October's toilet paper? Sounds to me like them kids the state took away from you. Come over for a supervised visit. Maybe for Thanksgiving, that you haul ass down to that food bank. All the fixings and trimmings too. Butter's a luxury, so no more butter. And maybe think about the fact that you are so much closer to being on the street than you'll ever be to Elon Musk.
I kept seeing people eating toast coming up on my page, so it made me hungry. And then I began to think how grateful I am that I have toast and peanut butter to eat. I have a house that shelters me. If it's cold, I can warm it up. If it's hot, I can cool it down. I can sleep safely in my house and not worrying about too much. How lucky am I? So maybe instead of looking at others and pointing out what they don't have, maybe there's a few of us that should actually look at what we do have and how blessed we are, how lucky we are. Even getting to the age I am, how lucky I am. How lucky I have healthcare. How lucky I have dental care. I'm very lucky, and my heart breaks for a lot of people that are struggling right now. So, as you eat your toast, be grateful.
I think that's great advice coming from an old lady. I mean, just to be thankful for everything you have. And sometimes when you try to look at what other people have, or what other people are doing, or what other people are not doing, or what they are doing right, what they are not doing right, I think to some extent it can make you become judgy. You judge, you start judging other people, you start making videos towards judging other people. So sometimes maybe you focus a little bit on your life. I'm just saying. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.